guys calling you grandpa or gramps yet or anything like that?
No, not quite. Nothing too bad when it comes to razzing me about my age or anything. So it's been good. I'm sure as the season goes along, it'll keep coming.
What was just the response from your teammates when you told them you'd be coming back here this year?
Yeah, they were pretty excited when I told them. I got a few of the guys individually when I made up my decision. Kind of pulled them aside, gave them the word, and it was more of like a comforting. I feel like knowing that I was coming back, kind of have them know what to expect for the next year, help them with whatever's going through their mind. So it was pretty good. It was good.
Coach Hart mentioned he talked to you about being the first player here that's ever won 3 Big Ten titles, and kind of saying that was a big reason why you wanted to give it one more goal.
Yeah.
Did you remember that conversation, and what were kind of your thoughts hearing that you could potentially be that guy?
I mean, yeah, I'm truly blessed to have been here for 4 years and won two Big Ten championships with those teams. And it's always our goal. And so it's not necessarily about me this year winning a third one. I think with the guys that we got, we can, and we have the opportunity to really attack that each and every day.
During the season, at least early, it felt like it was kind of automatic you were coming back, and then towards the end, things seemed to be not so sure. Were you kind of on a roller coaster during the season in terms of what you wanted to do, or how did your thought process change as the year went on?
Right. I mean, we had a long year last year where we had that 10 extra practices in the summer, which led to our trip to France. And then we had like a week or so where we go back home, and then we're right back to it, getting ready for the season. And then we go through that with my injury and everything, winning and losing games. And then we play into the last weekend of basketball. So we had a long season. I think I just really needed to just sit back, kind of really talk to the people that I needed to talk to, get some good information out of them, and then just sit and have a conversation with myself of what I really wanted to do. And I think when I sat down and let everything clear out, it was a pretty easy decision.
So were there ever moments where you kind of just leaning, no, this is it for me?
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's always going to be the ups and downs, but like you lose a game, you're not feeling too great. You win a game, everything in the world couldn't be disrupted. So, of course, there's always up and downs, but I think once everything settled down, I just needed time to think.
Do you think it would have been harder to walk off just ending the year in an NIT, and especially being in a loss like that, and maybe not making the NCAA tournament this year?
For sure. I mean, to put it blankly, like what I said when I came back is that I wanted to leave the jersey in a better spot than when I came. And so when I came in here, we were kind of in a low spot where we didn't have the most winning season, and then we came back and won a Big Ten championship. So hopefully we can come back and do that shit again.
I don't know how good of a look he's gotten out there, but just a true freshman. What are your early impressions, and what do you think they can provide for the team?
I mean, each one of them are really special, and they came in ready to play. So as soon as they came in the summertime, they know that there's not too many minutes up for grab with a lot of returners. And I think it's been good because they came in ready to fight, ready to go every single practice, and that's pushed some of the guys that have been here before and have gotten minutes. So I think individually, just John, Gus, Nolan, they each kind of bring their own uniqueness. There's not one of them that are completely the same, but I expect big things for them in the future for sure.
There's a lot of talk about how it takes time to adjust as a big man, especially coming into the Big Ten out of high school. Do you envision that being a similar process with Nolan and Gus?
I mean, yeah. As you come in as a freshman, you're not as big, you're not as strong as some of the bigs in the Big Ten, and so it takes some getting used to. I'm sure some of them get tossed in the fire and just have to learn through some experience this year. But that's something that you're going to see with a lot of people coming into college from high school.
What have been your early impressions of AJ and maybe what he can add to this roster? Being that last season, you guys had trouble getting help off the bench.
Well, if you look on social media and everything, you see all his athleticism, all the basketball stuff. But what I've really been impressed is here these first couple of weeks is him picking up on all of our offense and defensive stuff that we've been putting in. It's a lot of stuff, and for someone who's not really used to the program, it can be a lot and kind of hard to pick up on. But every time the coach has something to say or one of the players has something to say to him, he's all ears and picks up on it pretty well.
I know it's a common question, but is there a guy you feel like had a good offseason and maybe it'd be different than what we saw last year?
It's hard for me to say just one person. I think what we went through last year, and not reaching our goals of going to the NCAA tournament, not getting more than 10 Big Ten wins, all these things. I think it pushed a lot of the guys who played last year to get better, and so I wouldn't say there's one specific person that really jumped out, but I think a lot of people got a lot better this year for sure.